The purpose of this video is to build your understanding of the way that you can use Google Scholar as a research tool. Imagine that we are researching this question: to what extent was lapis lazuli used as a blue pigment in ancient Egypt? Perhaps your interest in this topic has been triggered by the beauty of Tutankhamun's funerary casket or sarcophagus. We've used the terms blue pigment and lapis lazuli in earlier videos in relation to different topics, so you may be familiar with these terms. As you can see, this is a pretty nitty-gritty research question, and we really need good sources with authority. You've been shown how to use advanced Google search to find sources with authority, most particularly to write edu in the site or domain box. However, Google Scholar is a whole site. It's a whole platform that has been set up to help you access sources with authority, sources that are written by experts. These are our search terms: blue, pigment, ancient Egypt, written in double quotation marks because it's a phrase, and lapis lazuli, written in double quotation marks because it's a phrase. Let's click onto Google Scholar. Now, this particular document is useful. So this strategy that we've decided on, these search terms, may or may not be useful, but keep track. If that doesn't give you the results that you like, write down the strategies that you're using for later searches so that you can keep track of what works and what doesn't, and that will help you to clarify your learning. And also, if we've got it all planned and written up in advance, we can just copy and paste the search terms directly into this box. We can see that even through the titles that there's a degree of scholarship and research and knowledge here. Some of these articles will be a bit more difficult, that's true, but we never have to read the entire article. We can do Control F searches so that, for example, we could write in lapis lazuli, do a Command or Control F search and find the phrase and look at the sentences and paragraphs in which it occurs to get a sense of whether we can understand the article. Some articles are articles that you have to pay for through subscription. Now, we always want to get that kind of article through a public library, such as the State Library, and I'm going to show you how to do that in a later article. I'm pretty sure that this article from Wiley Online Library, that is a subscription article, so that might be an example that I use to search the State Library in a later search, we'll see. Ultramarine pigments in ancient Egypt. This is a Google book. This could be very useful. It's going to take you through to a Google book where you get to read a free chapter or two, or sometimes just a few pages, but often very useful information. I'll show you. Evidence for the use of azurite and natural ultramarine pigments in ancient Egypt. It's got illustrations, seems to be very specific. We can see that all the search terms are coming up in yellow. So we could even do a skim that way. We wouldn't even have to do Command F to have a look there. And what you can do is you can just scroll along the side to take you to the top of the book to get the reference details. No, it's not moving very easily. Might take me too long to do that now, but that is something that you can do yourselves when you are getting those reference details. Oh, here we are. Metropolitan Museum Studies in Art, Science and Technology. And we've got the information that we need for our reference list. And again, there will be other resources that show you how to reference books and journal articles and so on. Okay, so we're going to return. We've had a look at this Google book. PDF. Okay, that's Spring. That's probably not downloadable, but let's have a look. Yeah, you have to pay for that article. Buy article for, we're not going to do that, thank you. We want things that are free because our parents' taxpayer dollars mean that we are deserving of free resources. Okay, PDF, Academia Edu, sorry. That's probably going to be fully downloadable, and it is. Again, we've got very detailed information. Some of this is taking us through to science articles that could still be, probably will be, very useful. Mining and trading of ancient lapis lazuli. Okay, so I'm leaving it to you to explore this site, but as you can see, we've had some really good hits on that first page. And final reminder, you don't have to read the whole book, you don't have to read the whole article. You certainly can if you want. I'd certainly be having a go at reading entire paragraphs, however, and you want to make sure that you don't take information out of context. So I hope this has given you an idea of how Google Scholar can be a very useful resource in the course of your research.